My name is Guy Wallace, and I'd like to orient you to the collaborative nature of the PACT processes for training and development, learning, and knowledge management. I am the author of the PACT processes, a set of 3 integrated instructional systems design methodologies. I started developing these methods in 1982, and they have been project proven in several hundred ISD efforts by myself, my business partners, and my ISD staff at 2 consulting firms between 1982 and 2002. PACT is a collaborative team process of ISD customers and suppliers. One of the meanings of PACT is a formal agreement, a bargain. PACT is an acronym because it is performance-based, accelerated, customer and stakeholder driven, training and development of any blend. PACT is a collaborative team process of ISD customers and suppliers. When I set out to develop what became the PACT processes in 1982, I was interested in accelerating data generation, data manipulation, and data reviews throughout the ISD process. I learned a valuable lesson in one ISD project where I had 7 video script rewrites, almost 100% rewrites each time. When I finally formed a team to meet face-to-face, we knocked out a script very quickly and got on with the video production requirements. The teams and roles in PACT include the project steering team, the project steering team chairperson, the analysis team, analysis review team, design team, design review team, implementation planning team, development team, pilot test deployment team, ISD team. One of the most difficult issues in the ISD world is to get the right people on your projects doing the right things at the right time. I always ask the project steering team for the top-tier players to produce a top-tier product. I also tell them, send me second-tier players and I guarantee a second-tier product. Send me rookies or incompetents, and unfortunately I'll probably produce a piece of garbage. The project steering team is typically responsible for owning the project, reviewing the project plan, and redirecting or directing the project to meet the needs of the business. They select all participants for later phases of the project. They review and provide feedback for all project documents and key outputs. They establish development and acquisition priorities post-curriculum architecture design and after MCD and IED efforts in terms of what are the next priorities. The project steering team chairperson. In general, this person is the logical owner of the project, the person with the responsibility and accountability for making change happen. The project steering team chairperson is the key customer and helps identify all other key stakeholders that should be involved in the project early in the project. Project steering team members. These are nominally key leaders of the organizations within the scope of the project. To accomplish its tasks, the project steering team must be composed of the highest level individuals who may benefit from or be affected by the project. The goal is not to get the company's CEO in the project, but to get other people with the right authority levels and interest, those with authority to prioritize and then provide dollars and people for the follow-on training and development projects. But in addition to authority, the project manager really wants participation of the stakeholders. Besides the project steering team chairperson, another key role on the team is the project manager. Some ISD professionals don't like the idea of a project steering team telling them what to do, but the team helps to move things along and to obtain resources for the project. And don't forget, while ISD owns the process, the content and the resulting training and development and the performance impact belong to the customer. After all, we work for them. They pay the freight. It's important to clarify for the project steering team up front that its purpose is for customer command and control and empowerment. That from the team we expect strategic input, timely reviews, and an open forum for the resolution of project issues. Here are 5 tips for dealing with the project steering team. Number 1, good planning and a project steering team are what it really takes to kick off a training development project successfully. And I don't claim that these methods are easy to use, but I do claim that they show their value in later phases and steps. 2, most project steering team members will likely have much experience with projects, whether training and development related or not. They have been there and planned it and rolled with the punches as they did it. So they can be expected to be real with the project plan. 3, PACT ISD professionals invite project steering team members to gate review meetings and arm them with questions to challenge ISD's own work. Of course, project steering team members will have their own questions and challenges, but the PACT process directs the team to think critically about project progress and work products and what needs to be discussed now, not later, to ensure continued project success. 4, expect pushback regarding the conduct of formal analysis. They may just want to tell you to get on with it. 5, project steering teams may not realize that PACT is accelerated. For example, 3 months to conduct non-PACT task analysis would seem like analysis paralysis to the project steering team, especially if the analysis data and insights read back after 90 days are what they told us on day 1 when they requested the training and development in the first place. PACT never takes that long. I'm not suggesting that early efforts to recruit and corral the right people will be easy, but success breeds success, and everybody likes to be on a winning team. Set yourself up for success with the careful selection of your project steering team. Again, the project steering team handpicks all other team members. The analysis team is used to define performance requirements and the enabling knowledge and skills. They provide input in the analysis meeting regarding the mission, key outputs, metrics, tasks, roles and responsibilities of ideal performance. They provide input in the analysis meeting regarding the typical gaps in performance, outputs not meeting targeted metrics, what the likely causes of those gaps are, and an assessment of the cause's root source being due to deficiencies in the environment, knowledge and skills and competencies of the performers, or the attributes and values of the performer. A team related to the analysis team is the analysis review team. One or more analysis review teams may be put in place to extend the review and buy-in of the analysis and design data. Analysis review teams are formed when the project steering team is worried that the small number of participants on the analysis team won't provide enough real-world input or won't cover the politics well enough geographically. The more diverse a large enterprise is, the more useful analysis review teams may be. For example, if the analysis team members do not geographically represent the entire spectrum of the target audience, forming more broadly based analysis review teams can provide valuable confirmation of the results. Rather than overstaff the analysis team with the number sufficient to meet those concerns and slowing down the analysis team meeting, the PACT process project manager should suggest the use of review teams. The design team in CAD is typically responsible for providing input in the design meeting regarding key content points, typical issues, level of detail required, estimates of time and length, and potential sources for the content. In line with the saying that the T&D customer owns the content and the T&D supplier owns the process, the design team is asked to contribute live as they see the T&D design unfold before their very eyes. This is not designed by committee. The design team does not do the design while the ISD practitioner sits and watches and writes. Rather, this is influencing the designer by committee. The designer designs T&D based on the analysis work products, doing that while design team members observe, critique, and contribute, live and on the spot. As with the analysis team, the project steering team handpicks this design team. It is hopefully a subset of the analysis team for continuity purposes. The design review team is used to expand the involvement of the target audience and stakeholders by having them critique the design effort's outputs. The rationale for a design review team is similar to the rationale for an analysis review team. The implementation planning team is unique to curriculum architecture design projects. This team accomplishes two critical tasks, unless the project steering team decides to do it for them. It votes priorities for all of the gap training and development coming from a CAD design phase. It applies an ISD-supplied development ratios and cost information to the gap training and development priorities in order to generate a clear picture of the incremental cost to bring the gap training and development to market, priority by priority. The purpose of the development team is to help build the training and development content designed in the earlier phases of the PACT processes. The development team is used in modular curriculum development and instructional activity development projects, but not curriculum architecture design efforts. The purpose of the development team is to help draft and refine all instructional and pilot test materials, following the guidelines of the design maps and specifications. Subject matter experts and master performers are designated to fill the roles of input subject matter expert, review subject matter expert, and lead subject matter expert. The purpose of the pilot test deployment team is to conduct a pilot test following the initial development of the training and development in Phase 4, Development and Acquisition. The pilot test deployment team includes instructors, facilitators, and administrators who conduct the pilot session. The pilot test deployment team also includes the pilot test participants. Master performers are involved to assess the content's accuracy, completeness, and appropriateness. Target audience representatives are involved to help us measure the instructional effectiveness in terms of post-training knowledge and/or ability to perform. The PACT processes customers and stakeholder teams work hand in hand with the ISD team, composed of the PACT project manager, the PACT performance analyst, the PACT CAD designer, the PACT MCD and IED designer, and the PACT lead developer, along with all the other developers involved in creating or acquiring the content. You can learn more about the PACT processes in my book, Lean ISD, which is available as a free PDF, 404 pages, at my website, www.epic.biz. That's epic, EPPIC.biz. You can also contact me, Guy Wallace, through my website. I hope that you have found this informational. Thank you, and have a great day.